Good evening, fellow YouTubers. This is Pete from McDonough, Georgia. I just wanted to pick up from where I left off in talking about the Christian's role in relation to our president. I ended by saying that our primary role as Christians is to pray for our president. We owe him that, and he needs it. We need to pray for wisdom, for him to lead aright. We need to pray for his protection, the protection of his family, and that those around him will give him wise counsel. But even though our role is to pray for our president, we should not agree with everything he does. That doesn't mean that we automatically agree with everything he does. When the president stands up and he says America is not a Christian country, I said, "You're wrong, Mr. President. America was founded on Christian principles. Most of its founders, the drafters of the Constitution, were Christians. Today, the majority of the population is Christian. So how can you say America is not a Christian nation?" Was that a political correctness thing, Mr. President? Be careful. Political correctness will destroy this country. Well, the president says that the middle class is paying too much in taxes. The middle class needs health care reform, or America needs health care reform. I said, right on. Good job. Go on, do it. But when he says that the rich needs to be taxed more so we can spread the wealth around, I said, no way. America was not built like that. That's not how the republic was designed. America was built on individualism. Each man working to achieve success, to take care of his family. I believe the government should help, but the government's help should be restricted to teaching a man how to fish, not give him a fish every time he needs something. That's not America. When the president says that marriage should be between a man and a woman, I said, right on. That's the Bible. But when the president signs an executive order to reverse what President Bush had signed, banning federal dollars going abroad to fund abortion, I said, what are you thinking, Mr. President? When the president pretends that there is no evil in our world, I say to him, wake up, Mr. President. Yes, he is bent on defeating Al-Qaeda, Taliban in Pakistan and Afghanistan, but he refuses to accept that there is evil in the world. And so we're no longer fighting a war and terror, but we're actually carrying out an overseas contingency. What is that supposed to mean? There is evil in our world, Mr. President. The Bible declares that the heart of man is deceitful and desperately wicked. There's evil in our world, Mr. President. Let's wake up and confront it together, unite and win. So yes, my job is to pray for you, and I'm praying for you. I pray for you all the time. Pray for your family all the time. Pray that you'll do well. But I will not agree with everything you do or everything you say, because there's certain principles by which we live as Americans, and those must remain intact. Christians, let's pray. Let's wish him well. Let's stand our ground for what we know is right. Thank you for listening, and God bless.